England in the mid-19th century, the Industrial Revolution has reached its peak and the British public have become fascinated with all things mechanical and driven by steam. Since 1844, the East Lancashire Railway has ferried goods and passengers all around the country. And now, 170 years later, you can take a trip on this slice of British history. The East Lancashire Railway is committed to providing the best experience possible for visitors along our 12-mile line. Be it travelling in meticulously restored vintage carriages, travelling behind recently repaired steam locomotives, or simply relaxing in comfort at one of our more scenic stations. While we have made great strides in improving and expanding our fleet of locomotives, vintage rolling stock, and the standards and facilities of our stations, there is still so much more we can accomplish. The East Lancashire Railway needs your help if we are to continue to preserve this vital element of our history. Hi, I'm Pete Waterman. I'm the President of the East Lancashire Railway. And this is the East Lancashire Railway, but it's only here because of volunteers, generous donations and generous sponsors. But that's just the start. And this is what preservation is all about. This is 30 years of dedication from a scrapyard in South Wales. Within the next few months, we'll see this steaming and pulling people here on the East Lancs. That's dedication.
Welcome to the Standard 4 Group Shed. I'm Dave Cousins, long-term member of the Society, and I've been working with this ever since the engine came from Barry. When it arrived, it literally had nothing on it. It was cylinders, wheels, tanks and frames, that was it. We've had to make or acquire every part, every fitting and everything else for the engine itself. This is what we call the bottom half of the engine, which is rapidly approaching total completion, so it will be complete within hopefully the next few weeks. What we could not do though is pay for the boiler, which has now had to go away for a specialist to repair. That's hopefully will be back within 8 months or so. What we're trying to do is to get everything ready for the boiler's return, so that the minute it comes back with its ticket we can put all the pieces on it. We've been making all the crinolines and the cladding. Everything else, there are a number of tasks which can't be done, which are piping and so on, until the boiler is back in place, but we're acquiring all the materials for that. One of the reasons for the appeal is that somewhere along the line into its 10-year repair, the 10-year running session, we will need some new tyres, which cost about £30,000. The boiler has been sent away to a firm in Middlesbrough. They've been working with us quite closely. They allowed us to do all the work we wanted to do. We did have the services of a boiler smith at one point, to which end we've managed to complete the 2 sections of the boiler, which are now all riveted up. We also were able to do the firebox, which has had a new throat plate and 2 new half sides. The point about all this is that when this work's finished, there will be very little to do at the 10-year, after its 10-year service on the railway, because everything major will have been done at this service, so we won't have to start again. So what we need to do is to earn enough money to be able to put it back into service again once its 10-year overhaul runs out, which is one of the purposes of the appeal. Thank you.
Well, as always, all these things take money, and after 30 years the most important thing needs to be finished, the boiler. So there's an appeal for 90k to finish this magnificent BR engine. Our locomotives are not the only thing that need money. Here at Bolton Street station we need to put a canopy onto platform 2 because, well, it does rain in England, and sometimes when all the crowds come piling out the pub they get wet. So our next big project is the canopy on platform 2.
I'm Andy Morris, General Manager, East Lancashire Railway. What you see behind me now is the culmination of a number of years' work to restore Bolton Street station back to its former glory. We're midway now through the process of restoring the canopy on platform 2. Restoration of the canopy on platform 2 is one of the final pieces of the jigsaw in bringing Bolton Street station back to a condition that a typical station of this kind would have been in the 1940s and 1950s. A project that will ultimately cost us around £100,000 to deliver once complete. With the predominant part of the structure now complete and the steelwork in place, we're now in the process of placing orders for the roofing materials, which will be glazing bars and polycarbonate sheets to finish the roof off. We're now looking for funding for those elements, which will be somewhere in the order of £30,000 to £35,000, which is the shortfall that we currently have with regard to the funding. We expect the completion of the canopy to coincide with our annual Raise the Roof event in July. This event was originally instigated to raise funds for the reinstatement of the canopy on both platform 2 and the refurbishment of the canopies, which we completed on platform 3 and 4 a couple of years ago. It's hoped at the end of the project we'll have sufficient materials and probably enough enthusiasm left to look at reinstatement of a canopy on the station at Rawtenstall to provide similar cover. The main emphasis behind reinstatement of the canopy on platform 2 will be better all year round accommodation for our customers and guests. This will effectively make the trackside and platform 2 an all-weather venue for both our general guests and also our dining customers.
The platform 2 canopy appeal gives the customer just that better environment to visit the railway. Another part of the railway that you never see is the noise you hear. This is people restoring the carriages. The carriages get a heck of a battering over the seasons. So every year they have to be repaired and turned from this to these magnificent vehicles that you travel in every time you come to the railway. When our dining set is complete, you'll be able to get a Pullmanesque experience on the East Lancashire Railway, like this.
My name's David Leyland. I'm Finance Director of the Railway and have been since 2008. Our Santa specials have now grown to such an extent that we need 12 electrically heated tourist second open coaches. In the past we've not had these on the railway. We purchased one last year and we've got a continual programme of refurbishment for additional coaches to enable us to carry the 37,000 passengers that we carried in 2014 and to keep them warm without having to use steam heated coaches. The East Lancashire Railway's dining trains are our premier product. With over 120 trains scheduled during 2015 and a limited seating capacity, we have had to look for ways of enhancing this facility. As a result, we've been able to purchase 3 additional first-class genuine open dining coaches, which will be progressively refurbished and brought into service over the next 18 months.
In order to continue the work, we need your help. So to make a donation and read more, go to our website www.eastlancsrailways.org.uk, and thank you.